Okay, let's see. Oy, oy, oy. Alright, Twitch is up. Yeah, YouTube is gonna be a problem now. So my OBS just got an error message, and then it was stuck as some kind of limbo where it was actually not live, but still live. But I'm afraid for my YouTube, that video is probably gonna be toast. Connect to YouTube. Okay, someone, oh! There's actually a new YouTube live stream now, but that's probably not with the correct settings. Oh no, let me check the settings. Frick, that is annoying. Let's see. So let's go here. God, this is YouTube. You really need an app for mobile stuff, managing your streams. It sucks what you have now. So bear with me, I'm checking stuff. My hands are frozen cold now, so I'm not wearing my gloves. What? I'm only live now. Wait, am I even on the right channel? Yeah, I am. Oh, there we go. Yes. Ships on Sunday. Fridge. Oh, I fixed that. Oh my god. This is very slow. Oh no, that's really not good. Okay, so it'll take some time, but I'll fix it. So we'll edit it. We'll do this. We'll select all, copy, go back to the other thing. I'll open a new tab. That's the solution. Edit. Yes. Yes, okay. I'm getting the title, paste. Now we have probably lost all the viewers on YouTube. That's a bit sad, but it is what it is, I guess. Come on. Select all, copy, edit, and then I'll paste it all in here. Sorry, I'm not reading chat right now. Doing some admin stuff. What happened to OBS though? That is crazy. Yeah, the description is gonna look bad, so let's not do it here. Let's go here, go to the other tab, go there, delete it all. Did you know that your description on YouTube can only have 5,000 characters? More you know. Come on, why can't I paste it in? Oh. Chat. This is not how I imagined my Sunday evening. Select all, copy, go to the other tab. Hold, paste, yes, okay. Good. I don't know why I have the hashtag live music. That's not what we want. And then the stream title. Select all. Copy. We're almost there. We're gonna do it. I feel it. We're gonna do it. The only thing that's not okay now is the thumbnail, but it is what it is. It's not the worst thumbnail. Your video needs a title. I know, I'm trying to paste it in. Blah. Paste, there we go. And then I need to press the save button somewhere on the screen. There it is, save. Okay, I think that's it then. Holy moly. Wait, you guys had the outro music while I was fixing stuff? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, you have a little general cargo ship in front of us. Okay, I'm back. We got no overlay? What do you mean you got no overlay? What? How do you have no overlay? Dude, what happened, OBS? Why did you forsaken me? Where the hell did it go? It should be there. Hang on. No, that's weird. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening in OBS right now. I'm gonna not touch it anymore. We have a feed, so there's that. Frick. So the info box is also not working today. God damn it, not on a day like today. Oh, that's really annoying. Anyway, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna touch it. I don't know what's going on. None of my browser sources are loading. So it is what it is. We'll deal with it later. Yeah, it works in chat, that's true. I really have no idea what's going on with the... For a moment I thought Twitch banned me, and that's why my broadcast had stopped. Which would not surprise me at all. I restarted OBS, I didn't restart the whole server. That would take too long. And there's too much stuff running on it that I have to restart then. You see the info in chat? Yeah, but the people on YouTube don't, so it's a bit of a disadvantage for them. That was an impressive catastrophic fail. I mean, yeah, if your OBS fails, it's game over. You don't have anything else you can do. There's no fallback if your OBS falls away. What is the middle? That's just a foil that's behind the actual window. That's a foil against the sun that you see right there. So there is a window. There's just a foil against the sun, the bright sun. They update OBS this week? No idea. It could be. I did some stuff. I don't think I update. I got an update message, I think, yesterday, and I clicked it away. It would remind me later. So. You have to get it because the text is too long. God damn it, YouTube. Let's see if there's anything interesting on the deck. Nope. No inflatable hot tubs. Oh, meanwhile, the ships are coming out of the lock, actually. We got a little ship parade coming out. I'm just bummed that the YouTube is borked. I have 2 VODs, I have to hide one then. And then the overlay not working is... I'm gonna take another look at it in a minute. So in the meanwhile, we have a parade of little inland ships coming out of the lock, so I'll keep the camera on those for a minute, and I'll give another look into OBS, see what's wrong. 200 character limit, gotcha. Okay, let's check. To remote in. What I can try is do this add. Browser, existing one, the clock widget. Okay. Dude, it's not loading, that's the problem. It's literally not loading, that's crazy. So what, my internet is cooked? Well, my OBS is cooked probably, because yeah, the overlay is local. The boat overlay. Yeah, I'm not gonna fix that today. I'll have to live with that. You like this position? Ever seen this in it? Yeah, I think this is a cool spot if there's not too much heavy traffic on the river. Then you get up close and personal with the inland ships. But even those, there's only 2 ships coming out of the lock. That's not a lot at all. It's actually very slim. See, so this one also has the foil down on the bridge to for the bright sun reflecting out from the water as well. So the Breitling is now going into the lock, or the sluice. You don't want to miss the big, I mean, you won't miss it. I still have like probably 2 hours to be mad about the overlay not working and not knowing why. She's coming. Got a worker on deck. So the blips we had earlier was probably also from OBS fucking up. Sorry about all your files. William, hello from Vancouver Island. Oh, Vancouver Island. Welcome to the Netherlands, William. Welcome to some ship spotting, where we are still awaiting the biggest container ship in the world, in terms of capacity, that is. I'll check on radar in a little bit, see where she's at. But first we got a big ship coming. A big shoebox on the water. That's how the viewers like to call it, some of the viewers. But it's a vehicles carrier, a ro-ro. Okay, let's see where the Loretto is now. I don't think the mount on Apurna is going to come in. I think that was another glitch on Vessel Finder. That ship is going to China and is already in China. So yeah, we have the Loretto. Yeah, another half an hour until we see her in the distance, I think. You posted a ship for Cylinder Disc? Okay, that's cool. Take a look at after. There's also no good way to have the overlay bot automatically post on the YouTube chat, I think. I have to look into that. Thanks, Toast. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, then yeah, it's IRL streaming. It's a bit more complicated than just streaming from home. So things do go wrong sometimes, unfortunately. But with it, yeah, like I could. The thing is, just sending a message on YouTube chat is already an issue because it uses the API probably, and that's not free. Yada yada yada. Anyway, let's forget the tech problems. There is a video, so everybody can see. The title of the YouTube video is okay now, I think, I hope. So that's the most important part. Not too bad of a spot, this one. We still have the frontal views of the ship here. As she approaches. Oh man, it's really, really cold now. Oh, this wind. Holy moly. Try to stand a bit in the sun. Oh, that's better. Temperature will fall to 1 Celsius minimum tonight. I mean, it's gonna stay dry for the next week still, so that's nice. I think it was actually set high in the water. What's her current drop? There's another 8 meters of her below the waterline, but yeah, of course they look very tall because the whole space is maximized for vehicle cargo. The reason it's all enclosed is mostly the salt water. You don't want to have salt water on brand new cars that are being transported. That would be a bad thing to have. So this thing can carry 6,331 cars. So the biggest one of these, we also saw the biggest Ro-Ro in the world last year, can carry 9,100 cars. So in case of this ship, almost everything of it is above the water indeed. And I'm not sure if it's all of these ships, but some of these Ro-Ro ships have movable platforms in it. So basically they can create extra room or less room if there's more higher vehicles that need to be transported. So the floors can move up and down based on their needs. So you in theory even have additional floors or less floors for cars to stack. Let's see, is there one on the top there? Is that a car? No. I don't think there's any cars on the top of it. Yesterday we had a Ro-Ro and the cars were stacked all the way to the top of the, you know, this, although, no, I don't think so. No cars on the top deck here. The thing also, like, we've talked about loading and unloading container ships, how that's a tricky thing, because yeah, you need to make sure all your containers are accessible in the next port that you need to access. So based on destination, all the containers are stacked on these ships. For cars, it's even more complicated, right? Because you don't want to move half of your cargo because 2 cars have to exit the ship at a certain port. So also for that, it's like a big puzzle to do. Where to park each car on the ship, so it's more efficient to unload and load in each port. Something you don't always think about when you see these things. So I assume she picked up a bunch of cars or unloaded a bunch of stuff in Antwerp, and now she's on the way to Zeebrugge. They drive them. That's why it's called a Ro-Ro, Angvit. Ro-Ro stands for roll on, roll off. So they roll whatever it is they need on it and of it. I'll show you how they do it in a minute. Once she's past us, I can show. I do like it with these Ro-Ros, you can often see like the curvature in the metal sheets they use on the outside. It's typical for these Ro-Ros. You also have to think about how much wind this thing catches if it goes. There's like a side wind banging into the ship on the sea. A dodo? No, a Ro-Ro, not a dodo. RORO stands for row your boat. Sorry, I had to do it. More of these panels like curving a bit. And that is probably, is that a person there? I think that's a, is that, no, that's not a person standing there, is it? No, no, no. That ladder is how the pilot will get off. Those are a nightmare to maneuver in high winds. Oh yeah, I can imagine. When you worked on ROROs at Campos, was it this type of RORO, like the shoeboxes, or more like the Transfenica or DFDS ones that we see here? Just curious. So, might be a while before we really see it, but there's a big bridge at the back there in the corner. We'll see it more better in a little bit. That like just comes down, and that's how they drive on and off the ship. So there's a big bridge. Some of them also have a bridge on the side. This one has it like at the back, diagonally. Like the Transfenica ones. Okay, gotcha. Meanwhile, we are having the Transchemica, little tanker coming by. Came from Anchor Point. So let's stay on the RORO for a little bit. So I can show you the bridge mechanism. There it is. So that is the whole mechanism that lowers down, basically. Oh, this is a Japanese ship. I didn't even realize that is just Japan flag. Do they have them drive off backwards? No, there's room to turn around. You worked on Finbreeze and Finstar. Now, I screenshotted that. I'll check it out when I'm at home. Meanwhile, we do have our first MSC ship, the warm-up ship, over there, approaching. Let me check where the Loretto is now. Surely she must be getting closer. Still quite a way. She's also only going 40 knots. Come on, Loretto, I'm cold. Speed it up a bit. Oh, NYK stands for, I gotta remember that, Nippon Yusen Kabushiki Kasai. Wait, why are there two Ks? Should then be NYKK? Japan's largest and oldest shipping company. Okay. We've seen container ships from it, for sure. See, that's the only reason why I hate this spot. Stop focusing on the lamppost. There we go. Big floating box. Nippon Yusen Kabushiki. I'll forget that in like 15 minutes from now, but we're trying. Hante is the pilot vessel for Loretto. I think Hante is one of the pilot vessels they use on the entrance of the river, right? So we got a little tanker ship. Oh, and there's, oh, there it is. I was like, dude, no, not the, not, no, don't, no. There we go. It looks like maybe an LPG tanker. I could be wrong though. I'm gonna guess that's an LPG tanker from this far away. Damn it, it's a regular oil tanker or chemical tanker. That one came from Tarragona in Spain. Tarragona. 182 meters long. I appreciate the effort, Toast. I'm not sure if it's needed for the YouTube though. I think they'll manage without. I'll read it all out loud. I'll read her stats when she's a bit closer. It looks like the lock. Wait, what lock is open there? Huh? Is that the exit? No. Oh no, that's, oh, no, never mind. Oh wow. Whew, that's a good exhaust fume right there. Suddenly a more quiet moment on the. I have to say, there's, in terms of like inland traffic, it's really quiet for a Sunday. Hey Lunette, good afternoon. But we do have some bigger stuff coming. So those are two ships that are underway. And of course, don't forget, we will have the Loretto to close out the weekend. It's been a good weekend of ship spotting. 4 nice streams in. Saw some good ships. Caught a big ultra large one yesterday. Hopefully we'll catch the biggest one of them all today. For me, that's on one line, Toast. I'm not sure about. Just another reminder, if you're new to the channel and you like the ship spotting or you think it's relaxing to be by the water together with me, don't forget to subscribe if you're on YouTube or follow if you're on Twitch. And if you want to go the extra mile for supporting me, you can smash the like button, of course. Meanwhile, we're awaiting a few more ships in a bit. Look at that little one. Looks like a small general cargo ship. It looks so cute though. Like if you would see that one next to the container ships, it would look minuscule. Oh, it's so cold. Ooh. So the little one is the Muros, on the way to Ghent and came from an anchor point. General cargo ship, 89 meters long, 14 meters wide. That's still a decent sized ship, the Muros. Portuguese flag and built in 2008. Then what is the other one that we're looking at? The one on the left, the Bow Star, and that one is 100. Oh, that's 182 meters long. That's quite a big ship then. It's bigger than I thought it would be. Okay, cool. I do apologize, the overlays are broken today. We even had a crash for it with the stream earlier. So we will fix that by next weekend. But maybe a reminder for the regular viewers, we will not be streaming on Friday next week. I do plan on streaming on Saturday and Sunday, if the weather is good. But I have to go to a theme park with the family for 2 days. So I'll be stuck doing that on Thursday and Friday. Maybe we can do some rapid rivers boat spotting. I'm like, is there a log flume there? No, there's no log flume. No, I'm not gonna take the stream. No, it's not happening, Toast. It's a family trip, so I'll be focusing on the family. Is it school holiday there? Yeah, exactly, Susie. Well, last Friday was the last day of school, and now there's 2 weeks off from school for the Belgian kids. Don't think in the Netherlands it's a school holiday right now. I think next week in the Netherlands, I'm not sure. Don't forget the fairy wings. It was the first time that we're staying on one of the on-site hotels, actually, so I'm curious to see. It's a good theme park. There's a lot of theming there. It's very thematic, I would say. So I'm last week of April is school holiday. Okay, so then just when the Belgian school vacation is over, the Dutch one starts. But yeah, for all the Dutchies, I'll be at Efteling for 2 days. 26th of April till May 4th, yeah. Because you also have your national holiday then, right? King's Day now. Or is that earlier? No, that's the 26th, right? King's Day? When I worked in the Netherlands, it was still Queen's Day. I worked in the Netherlands for a year, so that's why I know a bit about the Netherlands. Look at the water, she's pushing upwards. That's cool. That's a cool shot. I love my Efteling. I'm not going for myself this time, cracky. It's for the kids and for the wife. She wanted to go. Papier here. Never can go stalk me. Wouldn't it be easier to just find me here by the river every weekend than try to find me in the Efteling? It's pulled forward to the 26th, otherwise it would be a Sunday. So officially it's the 28th then. Okay, or 1 day. Wait, when's the King's birthday in the Netherlands? Is it 27 or 28 then? '27. Okay, thank you, Almiria. Yeah, that's what I was joking about. Maybe we can do some ship spotting at the theme park. There's like a big gondoletta boat right there on the lake in the middle. So you can just spot all the little boats going by. Maybe I should make a short there. Today we are ship spotting at an unusual location. Dutchies, make up your mind. Is it 27 or 26? You're all so confusing to me. I know the day off the public holiday is 26, but the King's birthday won't shift, right? The man is not gonna have his birthday on another day. But we have two. Okay, so it is the 27th. Okay, thank you guys. So the holiday is the 26th, but the man's birthday is 27. Oh, it looks like that ship is underway forever. It's taking a really long time to get here. We also have 2 more ships coming from Antwerp, from what I can see. What is that over there? Born 27th of April, there we go. Thank you, Stutler. No, I know it's not on a Sunday, but I was just asking when's the man's birthday. And I'm pretty sure the man's birthday can be on a Sunday. Oh, that's just another ship coming or going, not too sure. That is the Scheldt dredge that we saw yesterday as well. Oh, that's another container ship coming. There's some stuff coming. We have that one coming towards us as well. Not sure if that one will be here first or no. It'll be here at the same time. Do do do. Do do. Wind is picking up again. Chilly, chilly. Can I see Loretto yet? Tayel, not yet. Not yet. Let me check on radar. I think it will be another like 10 minutes and then we'll see her on the horizon. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's really, really close to the river entrance now. Let's say another 10 to 15 minutes and then we'll see her in the distance. But then it will be another hour of looking at her in the distance until she's right in front of us, I think. So we'll be here until sunset, probably. Is this an Otfiel tanker coming towards us? Did you miss it? No hot laps. You didn't. I think it's gonna pass. Yes, she is. She's gonna pass right in front of us, just like this red one or orange one is gonna do now. No hot laps. We'll see her in 10-15 minutes from now. We'll see her on the horizon in the distance, and then another hour until she's right in front of us. Yeah, this is the Bow Star. I was just wondering if it's one of the Otfiel tankers, the Otfiel company. I'll see it on the side though when she's here. That's the same company of which we saw the e-sails installed on a few weeks ago now. Thank you, Mehun Mei Mei on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's an Otfiel. Oh, look at the sun hitting her. That looks good. It's a nice shot. Like that. There's a little bird in front. Don't get hit by the ship. There it goes. It is the same company. Yeah. So we saw a similar ship like this that got 4 sails fitted on top of her. We caught that 2 weeks ago now, I think, or 3 weeks ago. If you're interested, the VOD is on YouTube. You can easily find it. It's in the thumbnail. definitely has a few skid marks on her. Yeah, she has, Susie. She has. She's already there. I'm more curious as to if it really worked, or if it helped, or if they're happy with it. How much did it help? I have followed the company on Facebook, so maybe they'll make a post about it at some point. Well, maybe if they don't post about it, I'm going to assume that it was useless, because they're not going to promote it if it sucks. Oh, this is one of those fun tankers which says no naked lights. Yeah, no naked lights. No naked light on this ship. Only clothed light. Also no mobile phones. There's a lot not allowed on this ship. Meanwhile, there's another one coming from Antwerp. It's gonna hide behind her. And then she's gonna poop it out. Wow, there's a lot of scratching on her actually. Look at that. There's some scratch marks. And then this is the Halti. She's on the way to Amsterdam. Another oil products tanker. Does that apply to the crew? I mean, there's no mobile phones on the deck. I'm sure you can use a mobile phone in the cabins or in the superstructure. They don't want any sparks. And with no naked lights, they mean no fires, like no lighters or anything. None of that. The Halti is built in 2019, a Finnish flag. Look at that. And she is 149 meters long. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. She's looking clean. Oh, look at the waves in the back there. Oh wait, now it stopped. Look at that. Yeah, you can see it. It's like wobbling against the hull of the ship. It's really cool. Ooh, very interesting bow as well. What the hell is a naked light? I just saw that message. The ship would be a proper Lego set. I really want Lego to do more ship stuff. I loved building the Titanic. That was epic. Greetings from southern Poland, next to the Slovakian border. Hey Davide, welcome to the Netherlands, where we are still awaiting the biggest container ship in the world. I'm really expecting it to appear on the horizon any minute now. I'm keeping my eyes peeled. And welcome to the stream. Meanwhile, we do have another set of ships coming. Oh, come on. Annoying lamppost. So we got a small general cargo ship and then two container ships with an increasing size. So we're gonna go from small to bigger. But this container ship will still be small compared to the Loretto that we're expecting later. Hey Truls, good afternoon, good evening actually, it's already almost 7, so I'm gonna say good evening to everyone now. Good evening. We also have another one coming from Antwerp. The Fidelio, we've seen this one before I think. It's not the first time that we've seen the Fidelio. She looks to be fully loaded actually. Pretty deep in the water right now. Fidelio, she's on the way to Brunsbüttel in Germany, in Deutschland. She's 104 meters long, 17 meters wide. She's sailing under the Cyprus flag, and built in 2014, so that means she is 11 years old this year. She looks so cute and tiny though. You wouldn't say this thing is still 104 meters long from over here. You think the ship is like 50 meters? Meaning she will transit through the Kiel Canal. There you go. Oh, we've last seen her the 26th of February. There you go. It's going to be so much easier to look up those with the project that I'm working on. It's going to be so good. So I'm working on a little project relating to the ship spotting. The subscribers from Twitch have already seen a preview, but I'm not releasing it yet. There's still some more work to do for it, for the little project. Gotta say, the wind is real. Can we do the exclamation mark weather again in the Twitch chat? I'm curious to what it says, because to me it feels like 5 degrees or something. I'm really cold. I'm actually regretting not putting on my winter pants. Feels like 11 right now. I feel like there's more wind chill than that. Maybe it's just me being cold. You're wondering how far it is. This is about the same. Wait, hang on. If we go to 35 mil, that's about the same as I see it. That's how close it gets. You can get hypothermia from 10. Oh yeah. I think there has been one stream this winter where I was even sitting in the car. I had warm tea with me. I had a big blanket over me. And I was still shivering at the end. That was the coldest one. Compared to that, this is still okay. The website you use is 7. Yeah, it's maybe better. The only upside is that I can stand in the sun from time to time. And then it's a bit better. Do some jumping jacks. What? You want me to exercise? This is not a Get Fit channel. This is a channel for old people to watch ships. No. Alright, let's go back here. Is this one going to Ghent? Almost looks like it. Like he's gonna take the corner there. Crawl into a sleep. The blanket that I just said I had on me in my car, that was a sleeping blanket that I just opened up and then wrapped around me. Oh yeah, the Muros is on the way to Ghent. Okay, so this one will take a right-hand turn in front of this building here. Where is it? This building where the people are working in. And then it's still waiting for the Lorettto to appear over there in the distance. That under that pier should be the first sighting of her. And I'm expecting it to be any minute now. Let me check again. Let's see. Lorettto. Nah, might be another. Wait, that's 13 minutes ago, her position. Oh, my app is outdated. Hang on. Okay, she's moved a bit. Still going 11 knots. Hi to the people in the building. Those are the traffic controllers. I was actually scrolling on Instagram yesterday evening, and I got a job vacancy for like traffic controller on the river here. One of the traffic controller, well, it was a position in Antwerp for traffic controller on the river. I thought about it briefly, and then I was like, nah, because it wouldn't pay as well as my current job. Would be a fun job though, but it's also a thing. It's like a full continuous job, so it's day and night, weekends. So yeah, it's not really what I want to do with a family. Also for the stream, that would not be ideal. You also got that one? You get ads, Susie, for vacancies in Belgium from South Africa? When a hobby becomes a job, it loses its appeal. Semi. It all depends. I think if you can turn your hobby into a job and you are like on your own, so you're not working for anyone, I think it can keep its appeal, because you can make the decisions, you can make the calls. You know, I have this inland ship heading out, who's completely empty by the looks of it. Look at the exhaust heat coming out. It's a cool shot. The Scheldestad, on the way to the port of Antwerp, but then written in Dutch. So it's going somewhere to the port of Antwerp. And off they go. They're speeding up. Look at the bow cutting through the water. You got it on Facebook, okay. All right, meanwhile, two bigger ships getting closer. First one will be this one, and then the other one is an MSC ship. I know it's not ideal with the sun this low, and it makes the ship look dark, but I do feel like it's a vibe. I like it. There she is. That is what we're waiting for. That is 100% what we are waiting for. I promise you, that's not a building. That is a ship. Have I worked in the merchant marine or something related? No. I think when I had to make choices on my future, I didn't come into contact with anything water or marine. So I'm just a software developer for my regular day job. She's pretty empty by the looks of it. All right, we'll see her in a little bit. Well, she is on her way. She's getting closer. The first sighting is there. It's too small. Wait until she's here. Wait until she's here. All right, first one. Yeah, we do have some people in the chat that have worked in the merchant marine and stuff like that, so they're very knowledgeable on everything. And they love to teach me and correct me on things, which I do appreciate. Okay, this is the Express Sagarmala on the way to Antwerp, coming from Hamburg, just like the Loretto that we'll see later. That one came also from Hamburg. That one is 172 meters long, 28 meters wide, currently 8 meters in the water. Singapore flag and built in 2021. You're studying to become deck officer, that's awesome. You're in your first year. Oh, cool. Neat. If you ever come by and we're streaming, you gotta wave at the stream. Well, it looks like the ship is making a U-turn. Also, we have a lowrider here. Oh, ooh. Don't collide, please. Don't. That's a bit iffy. Okay, I think we're clear. That was a bit too close for comfort. Why did the one go out and then just make a U-turn to come back in the canal here? That's weird. Full reverse. It's a good color for a van. Lime green. Alright, let's go to the big ship now. Yeah, that one was, I think the Verona, the one that's coming in here, had to reverse or something. Proper braking. He forgot his car. I know this one is closer, but God, this is a shot. The MSC Alina. You're not Albeck. I think it's my only gripe from this spot that these two lamp posts are here, and they have like these pins on them so birds don't sit on it. I could try to make the tripod even higher, but then it's not as ergonomical for me to operate it. Alright, Alina, she came from Rotterdam, 299 meters long, 48 meters wide, built in 2014, so that's 11 years this year. She has currently another 12.5 meters in the water. That's already a bit deeper. Have I managed to make one of the ships honk at me? We've had one tugboat honk at me and one other boat which had somebody who was watching the stream on YouTube on. They were like, hey, I'm on that ship, so we zoomed in on them and then they also honked at us once. So yeah. 1440 looks good on my TV. Is it still 1440 though? I think I'm at 1080 with the OBS crash. I think I switched it back to 1080 unless that also is borked. And it is still 1440p. Yeah, I need to work on the server this week. There's actually a good clip of the guy waving at us on Twitch if you're curious. I should really make that into a YouTube short. That situation that we had. Oh, it's still 1440. Oh my God. Well, that's fine. So I'm looking into the distance towards the Lorettto, and I'm gonna say that she's pretty darn empty actually. This one can carry 9,000 TEUs, so that's 9,000 of these smaller containers, these ones. So 9,000 of these ones. Got some something in the packaging there. Anything else interesting on the ship for cargo? I don't see anything. Yesterday, or was it Friday, we saw a camper van on top of these stacks of containers. That was a unique thing. Oh man, the wind is picking up even more. It's so chilly now. Might actually move my tripod a little bit so I can stand a bit more in the sun. How close they get to the edge. So maybe real quick, that's funny. My shadow is absolutely massive. Oh no, that's not me. That's never mind. That's not my shadow. That's the tower next to me. Silly me. I'm still pretty happy with the cold nights. I'm already dreading the long summer nights. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Look at that. Look at this cute thing. This is one of those barge push. I call them post stamp ships. They really look like a little square. Hey Hans, good afternoon. Well, good evening actually, it's 7. You've never seen one without a barge? On stream? Really? Huh. I would have sworn I've seen them before without a barge. They're so kawaii. Look, you see 2 people in the left corner, right corner, for size. Also, that guy is in shorts. Jesus, he must be cold. Called a towboat. Where are they going? Towards Antwerp, by the looks of it. Probably next assignment. Got all the birds chilling on the rocks there. They're about to be flushed out because the tide is gonna start to rise again. Oh man, this wind, it's crazy. It's almost all MSC containers. A lot of them, a lot of them. What is your favorite container color? What a question. thought it was warm out? Compared to like Friday, it's cooled down a lot. Friday was super nice for temperature. Pink, that would be an O&E container. Is that the biggest? No, Brian. No. Let me show you. Because it is in sight now, but it's still very far away. Well, you see that little nipple on the horizon? That is it, and it's quite empty actually. By the way, if you don't believe the Earth is curved, look at that. The MSC letters are not visible from where she is towards us. And there's nothing but water in between us, I think. Imagine what could be in those containers. It could be anything. There's literally anything. What was it like? I had a stat that this percent of the stuff you touch daily has been in a container at one point or another. And it was like a huge percentage. This is CGI. It's sinking. That's the other option, that it's sinking, that's true. But I don't think it's sinking. By the way, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to drop a follow or subscribe if you're watching the live stream on YouTube. Thank you. That's how far my sellout moment goes. Should I do a bit of digital zoom? Look at that. Cool structure on it. This ship is coming, Gadget Guy. This is the one that's in the title as well. This is the one that we're waiting for. This, in terms of pure capacity, the biggest container ship in the world, one of 6. This can carry 24,340 something 20-foot containers on it, if it's fully loaded. Of course, that's a theoretical max. By the looks of it, she's definitely not that fully loaded right now. And she came from Hamburg, actually. This week she departed there. Now she's going to Antwerp. No, Hans, I'm a very atypical Belgian. I don't care about soccer or football, wherever you're from. I don't care about cycling. I can't care less. So no, I waited this long because I wanted to catch this beauty coming in. And I didn't want to be here for 10 hours waiting on it. So that's why I only went live at 5-ish. And then the stream crashed as well. So it's been an eventful stream so far. So what does it do different to reach the limit? Yeah, no, it's not wider. It's also just like the standard 61 meters like all the other big ultra large ships. I guess it's just the way how it's arranging the containers. Probably some minor differences left and right. In the hull of the ship there's maybe some differences. I do care about my French fries, Angviet. Don't get things mixed up. That's the thing I do care about, the French fries. But it's actually Belgian fries. It's always funny because a lot of people here, they are like into soccer, they are into cycling, and they watch it all on television, and that's their life then, I guess. And then I come at work at the office, and then they're talking about cycling, they're talking about soccer, and I have nothing to contribute to that conversation. I'm like, no, didn't see anything of it. No, don't care. I'm not your average guy, I guess. Also, for the late joiners maybe, there's a cool ship parked on the other side, which is carrying 2 massive spools. Probably for a cable layer ship. So look at that. Looks pretty cool. Port of Antwerp gadget guy, yes, that's where it's going towards. Do you think there will be even bigger container ships in the future? Not anytime soon, I think. Keep in mind, these massive ships, like the one that's gonna come by, these 400-meter ships, they still have to fit in certain sluices. For example, the Suez Canal has a massive sluice, which limits especially the width, but also the length. Another important thing to note is that these ships have to be maneuvered around in a port, right? So now it's going towards Antwerp, but in Antwerp it has to make a full 180-degree turn on the river. Keep in mind, this is a tidal river, so that's a pretty interesting, tricky maneuver to do. At some point I do want to catch that on stream, the ships making a 180 turn in Antwerp. So also for that purpose, they cannot be too long. Isn't the Westerschelde called the Panamax? Yes, that's one of them. There's the Panamax, but there's also one for the Suez Canal. And there's also a width max for the locks or the sluices to the Great Lakes in the US. It's also a certain width for ships. So any ship bigger than a certain width cannot go through it. They can only be serviced in certain ports, Angvit, yeah, for sure. So Antwerp, Rotterdam, Hamburg, Southampton is also capable. And then there's a lot of ports around the world that can do them. But there are smaller ports that don't have the capacity. You also need the cranes to load and unload these ships. Those are some very tall cranes that you need for them as well. But that's how you have the different sizes, right? You have the smaller ships that will then take containers this big one brings to Antwerp and then feed it to the smaller ports. They call that feeder ships. I just realized that there's another sea platform there, parked over there as well, behind that ship. Also, the Rambis crane that we saw last week on Saturday is also in the port there somewhere. I'm trying to see if I can spot it. I don't think I can. Maybe it's that thing in the distance there, those crane arms. That could be the Rambis. So, we saw a very cool crane last week. We bought us on YouTube if you're interested. No, that's not it. Nope, can't find it. Hey Dumpkin, good afternoon. The digital zoom is amazing. I know, I love it. Oh, good evening. I keep saying afternoon, but it's evening. What is that one? Is that another shoebox coming towards us? We might be able to catch that one as well. We'll see. There seems to be a vehicles carrier ship over there, on the other side of the... Yeah, that's definitely a Ro-Ro. Oh, that's a Hue. I can see the writing on it. That's a Hue car carrier. Cool. Hopefully we can catch that one as well then. That's the company from that Ro-Ro that we saw all the way in the distance has the biggest vehicles carriers in the world. They can carry up to 9,100 cars. Boom, boom. Okay, try something real quick. Can't see chat for a moment. Go here, go there. Let's go there, save. Okay, cool, we're back. Had a good day out there. Well, we only started at like 5 p.m, so about 2 hours ago. Then my stream crashed, which caused me some stress. But yeah, the main attraction for today will be the biggest container ship in the world that's coming by. We already saw it at a distance, and it will be approaching us in the next hour. So in an hour from now, we'll have it in front of us at least. And that will also be our closure for this weekend. We had a very good weekend of spotting, actually. I can't complain. Saw some very nice ships this weekend. And we had some very good weather, except today it's very chilly. Oh. This is the Octan. It's on the way to, oh my god, it's on the way to Świnoujście in Poland. 100 meters long, escaping my frame, 100 meters long, 16 meters wide, built in 2003 and sitting under Faroe Islands flag. That's pretty unique. They have the ability to listen to the radio communication. We can, but I still need to buy a device for it. I found something that I can use without having the need for a license. Keep in mind though that most of the communication on the river is done in Dutch, actually, so I'm not sure if it will be that useful for the stream. Did I miss the big ship? You didn't, Deborah? You didn't. So for all of you who are just rolling in, you're not missing it. It's gonna be here in 45 minutes to an hour. And if we zoom in, there is a little ship in front of it, but that massive thing in the distance, that is the MSC Lorettto, capable of carrying 300 and something containers. It's one of 6 of this size, or this capacity. So the big boy is coming. We'll get back to it in a minute. Also, that looks like a crude oil tanker to me. Look how wide that is. It's probably a crude oil tanker that's fully loaded. But let's first look at the little one, the Octan. Is it bigger than a cruise ship? It's longer than a cruise ship and it's a bit wider. So in pure sizes, yes. I think most, like the biggest cruise ships, like Icon of the Seas, is about 360 meter-ish. This is 400. In terms of width, this one is a 61 meters wide, and I'm not too sure about the cruise ships. I think cruise ships are also pretty wide though. They might also be around 60. But of course, a cruise ship is always impressive to see because of how high it sticks out of the water, right? And all the things on the deck and the design of it. It's a whole different ball game. Unfortunately, we don't get any big or massive interesting cruise ships on the river. We do get a few smaller ones every year, and I do hope to catch a few this summer. Cruise ships going to Antwerp, but they're limited in size. I don't think they can be much larger than 200 meters, the ones that go to Antwerp, because of the 180 maneuver they have to do. There are 6 ships like Loretto. Yep, correct wire spot. And we've already seen 4 of them, including Loretto. So I still have 2 more to go, and I have, just like Pokemon, I've caught them all on the stream. So Loretto we've seen before, somewhere at the end of, wow, my voice. At the end of last year. I think it was November that we saw Loretto. Do you ever do the plane watching? I wish I had interesting airports near me, because like when I was a kid, I was more interested in plane spotting than ship spotting. But to do plane spotting, I don't have any airports near me, so it's not as easy. For me, the river here is like a 25-minute drive from where I live, so that's why we're sticking to ship spotting for now. But there might be the occasional weird little plane spotting stream sometimes. We've zoomed in at the skies before. Like yesterday I spotted an A380 in the sky while you were ship spotting. No, don't know if that counts. Military, no. Also, that's also something we don't get on the river. So not a lot of cruise ships. And the second category that we don't really get is military ships. The thing is, there's no military facilities in the port of Antwerp, so there's no reason for military ships to go there. There is a military port in Zeebrugge that's by the coastline, so those ships don't have to come in here. And then for the Netherlands, it's the same. There's nothing up the river for them either. Apologize. The Velos Emerald. Wait, what is it? Is that the? Oh, that's a crude oil tanker. That's on that we have in the chat now. So that is that ship. So the one that we're looking at now is the Velos Emerald, and she's on the way to Antwerp from Suez. Oh, she was at an anchor point in front of the Suez Canal. She's a crude oil tanker, 243 meters long and 42 meters wide. So yeah, that's pretty wide. And she's almost 14 meters in the water. So you see the part of her sticking out. There's another 14 meters below the water now. That is quite a bit. Is the TEU the reason the MSCs are considered the largest cargo? Yes, wire spot. Yes, well, I mean, that's the thing. There's plenty of ways to measure ship sizes and to compare them. There's indeed the TEUs for container ships, but then you can also look at gross tonnage, net tonnage, deadweight tonnage. That's all like, there's 3 types of measurements for measuring sizes of ships. So you can discuss, like, I call this one the biggest in the world because it has the most capacity. Look, it's over there. Oh, no, not on the lamppost, camera, please. There we go. No! Damn it. Do you have a shot? There's no bridge, Gadget Guy. There's only tunnels on the river. There's not a single bridge. The only thing the ships go under is a power line, actually. Near Antwerp, there's a power line. But I believe it's like at 80 meters height, so they should fit underneath. Although I've seen a documentary that was on the Belgian TV, a documentary about the port of Antwerp, and they were joining one of these ultra large ships on the river with the pilots, and one of them had to like lower one of the antennas on the bridge on the top because it would be too high to safely pass under the electricity cables. So these ships do get big, like in height. Those are safe. It's just more convenient, I think, having it would have to be a massive, massive bridge to build across here. So actually in Antwerp right now, they're building a brand new tunnel. But there was like discussions for years if they were going to build a tunnel or a bridge, and eventually a tunnel won. So for multiple reasons, because there was also the environmental impact and stuff like that. People wanted to have it underground, not above ground. But cool fact about that tunnel is they're building it right now, and they've actually just dug out a trench in the river. And starting from May, they're gonna transport massive concrete prefab tunnel sections, which are like a few soccer fields big, over the river, so past this spot, to Antwerp. So we'll be able to catch that coming in May. So I'm excited to see that. There are going to be massive, massive concrete tunnel chunks floating by. So that's going to be something to behold. I actually saw one of the pilots tweet about it, that people are actually training on simulators on how to maneuver these massive things on the river. So really neat. So if you want to see that, don't forget to drop a follow or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. I believe currently scheduled is May 19th. The first piece is scheduled. There's eight massive chunks that they will transport. The concrete chunks themselves, so I'm not really sure haphazard how exactly. I don't know if they'll be, like the whole thing will be floating or the thing will be partially submerged. I'm not sure. So we'll have to see how they do it. Nonetheless, it's going to look impressive because they're pretty big chunks of tunnel. And eventually they will be submerged. So once they reach Antwerp, the plan is to just submerge the concrete prefab pieces into the ditch underwater, and then afterwards they'll pump it empty. So some very interesting engineering going on there. Meanwhile, it looks like the Lorettto has slowed down, which means she's getting the pilot switch. So all of the big boats on the river, not again, stupid lamp. All the big ships on the river get pilots. A pilot is basically a local captain who gets on the ship and he guides the ship through the river. They know every single detail of the river, the depths, the corners, how to maneuver these massive ships through it. There's two sets of pilots. There's one that comes from the North Sea all the way to the entrance of the river, which is where Lorettto is right now. There, that North Sea pilot will get off, and then one of the river pilots gets on there, and that one will guide the ship all the way to the port. And the ultra large ones, actually, like the Lorettto, get two pilots. For some reason they need two pilots for that. It's so important. The pilots know the good fishing spots. So once a pilot goes on board, it has the same rank, or that person has the same rank as a captain on board. In the end, the captain has the final say because it's still his ship, but he will usually just oblige to what the pilot decides. Keep in mind that becoming a pilot is not something you can just do. It's usually people who were captains on ships before they did a job as a pilot. But they just wanted to be, I guess, closer to home, work closer to home, but still work with these massive ships. So it's like a good compromise, I guess, and it's a very well paid job. You can be sure of that. God, what a cool shot. I wonder if I like compensate a bit. See that? Oh no, that will just be too bleak. That's too dark. Sorry, I was playing with the colors. That's one way to look at it, Loof. What is the speed of that crude oil? That thing goes really, really slow. Let's see, what is its speed? 10 knots? Looks like it's going very, very slow, that one. Meanwhile, we do have another vehicles carrier coming our way as well. It's still also quite far away, but maybe we'll catch it, we'll see. This is a Hugh Autoliner's ship. Some call it a big floating shoebox, but it is full of cars, a floating parking garage basically. Look to the crude oil tanker. She's starting to smoke. She goes. Bailando pilot. What? What is a bailando pilot? Kijk, Toele. Okay, I'm back. Look how wide that thing is, though. It's a very wide ship. It's typical for these oil tankers. Meanwhile, real quick, the Lorettto is moving towards us. So the pilot switch has happened. Full speed ahead. Correct, Loof, but as I said, it's not a job you can just get. You need a lot of experience. Do you have a Lego ship at home? I have two. I have the Titanic. Yes, the massive Titanic set. And I have a very tiny one from MSC Cruises, the MSC cruise ship. Hey mate, you caught it on the Vlissingen ferry webcam. Not again. No. There we go. Oh, it's really cold now. I do think the Lorettto will be our closer, unless the Hue is really, really close by the time Lorettto gets here. Oh, wow. Might have to put my winter pants back on next weekend. Yeah, I'm the best lamppost streamer on Twitch right now. They are always impressive. They're even more impressive, these ships, when they're empty, of course, because then they're very high, sticking out of the water. But knowing that there's another 14 meters of her below the water, that is a massive chunk of a ship. I don't want to do dono goals V6. I don't like asking people for money. It's not what I do. Also, I'd rather invest 450 euros in the stream setup then. Also, that mask set is pretty vanilla, I would say. Nothing too special about it. Funny thing is though that the MSC cruise ship set that I have is officially retired in 2019, but you can still buy it on MSC cruise ships, which is how I got it. I got one boxed and I got one built now. Yeah, and exactly. There's too much stickers in that Maersk set. It's just not worth it. If I would buy it, I would keep it boxed probably. So that's a lot of crude oil in this ship. So look at that pilot ladder. This is what the pilot has climbed on to get into the ship. That is a long ass ladder to climb. It's a long way up. So yeah, pilot is well paid, but it's also not the easiest job in the world. You have to like get on these ladders in the middle of the sea. I think she's full. I think she's pretty loaded. She's not fully loaded. Look at the plimsoll line. Well, she's at one of the plimsoll line levels, so she might be full actually for this type of weather. If you're curious, the line that we just looked at indicates how deep a ship can be loaded in certain weather / season / water conditions. Jacob, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another typical thing is the ship is so wide, but then you will see that the butt is really, really narrow compared to the full width of the ship. This is very typical for these crude oil tankers, this design. Meanwhile, the Hue is also approaching. I still don't know how to pronounce it properly. The Hue. Anyway, the Ro-Ro. It has been re-released under another set number, really? The number that I have on my box, if I look it up, it's officially retired, so. I was able to buy a retired Lego set at retail price. More wind. Wind picks up. Whoa. Let's see. Yeah, Loretto is about to make a turn towards us. Take a look at her. Let's maybe check out a little inland ship first. I think they're coming in. Feels like 10. Feels much colder to me. Especially I'm standing a little bit in the shade actually, so make it even chillier. I'll try to stand a bit more in the sun. Hang on, move this, screw this in, there you go. This is Gerda, it's a very Flemish name. On the way to Oudenaarde, wow, that's all the way past Ghent. It's a very far inland that she's going. Feels like 5 now, yeah, that's more like it. I'm really standing here jiggling a bit so I can stay warm, like bouncing up and down and stuff. The stuff I do to see the biggest ship in the world. from a good angle.
It is golden hour though, looking at the light situation. Ships are looking glorious with this light. I feel like we've seen this ship before as well, Gerda. Stuff I do for you, but also for me. She does have some sand with her. She's not empty. She's transporting a lot of dirt or sand. And not much else for now. We might have to wait for the Lorettto next. The whole river clearing out just so this big ship can come by. Oh, look at that sun. Well, it's a vibe, this view. It's a vibe. There she is. I wonder if I stand on this side of the pillar. Nah, it's equally same amount of wind. Getting our first full frontal shot of her. Actually, a Loretto, so it's a him, this ship, right? Can't say it's a her. Let's look at the stats. The MSC Loretto came from Hamburg on the way to Antwerp. 199 meters long. In case you're wondering why it's not 400, it has to do with tariffs that they have to pay. So basically, when you go to a port, you have to pay port fees, pilot fees, all kinds of fees, right? And the amount of fees is usually calculated based on length overall, so the length of a ship. So most of these tables go up to 399.9, and then the next step is 400 and bigger. So that's why they stay just under 400 meters. So a lot of them are 399.9 meters long. She's 61 meters wide, and she's not that deep in the water currently. She's 11.8 meters deep in the water. Built in 2023 and sailing under the Liberia flag. In case you're also new to that, the flag a ship is sailing under is called the flag of convenience. It basically indicates the taxes it will pay, the work and safety regulations it will have to apply or adhere to. So of course, for a lot of ships it's more useful to be under those less developed states flags, I would say. And yeah, her capacity is 24,232 20-foot containers. Can we line them up? I know we have a command in the Twitch chat to line up all the containers of the ship. So, let's see. I'm sure somebody will do it in a few seconds. So if we would line up all these containers, we would have a line that would be 147.72 kilometers long. So if she's 100% loaded, that would be a line of 150 kilometers almost of containers. That is bonkers, if you think about it that way. I just think she looks glorious with the setting sun. Looks amazing. I have no idea, May. I used kilometers because they're logical. That's about halfway to the moon, yeah. That's how many containers it is. If we would stack all of them on top of each other, we would be halfway to the moon. Wait, is it 22? Is it 340? Yeah, I think Akandas gave us the wrong number. Akandas, you failed us. On Wikipedia, it's 23,346 exactly. So that means maybe Wikipedia is wrong, or maybe marine traffic is wrong. It's actually still crazy to think. Yeah, it's mind-boggling how much stuff fits on one of these ships. I've even heard that the cost, so the revenue they will pool with one full ship going from Asia to Europe, for example, that's the whole cost of a ship. So after their first big trip, the whole ship itself, just the build of the ship, is already paid back or paid off. Of course, you still have the running costs of the ship, which will also be astronomically high. But yeah. When it comes to these capacities, only the company knows the real number. Really? Oh, that's interesting. So they might be lying just so officially they have the biggest one, but in practice they don't. When you look at 3 different sources, you get 3 different numbers. Gotcha. I saw an interesting website recently where they were showing the capacity of one of these container ships in both TEU and FEU, but they literally were doing like, okay, there's so many TEU spots and so many FEU spots. So it was another subdivision. Meanwhile, a tugboat is coming out. I don't think she's picking up something. I don't think there's another ship. Maybe there's more coming behind the Lorettto. What's even more impressive, they're all built, yeah. The thing is also, like these cargo ships, they don't have a long lifespan. They're usually somewhere between 20 and 30 years for most of them. And then they're scrapped already, which is also crazy to think of. Nobody uses a 20-foot container anyway, IRL. They're less used for sure, but they're used. But I explained it before, the reason they use the 20-foot measurement is on these ships, there are sometimes places where they can put 20-foot containers, but not 40-foot containers. But they can always place 2 20-foots on a 40-foot bay. So it makes more sense to just measure it in 20-foot and not in 40-foot. That's the main reason. Yeah, the ships sail 24. Well, they are always working, except when they're in dry dock. The ships do get dry docked for maintenance, but That's only every so many years that happens. Oh, what a shot. Oh my god, I love the sun at this moment. It looks really nice. You know, you got another small inland ship taking the corner here. You can see her drifting a little bit. It says Blue Vrouwtje. That's a very Dutch name. And a very English color description. There's people still on board when in dry dock. Yeah. Of course, the crew also does other maintenance jobs then, I guess, when she's dry docked. Oh, look at her lean. Wow, that's a lot of lean for an inland ship. She really was like doing a handbrake turn, like skirt. She's going to Westerschelde. Wow, we got some very deep going inland ships. That's also very far up the river. Well, up the canals. Westerschelde. That's halfway into West Flanders from here. That probably doesn't say much for all of you non-Belgians. So let's see what she has on her back deck. In the past few weeks we've seen an inflatable hot tub on the back deck, a slide for kids. A lot of cars, but that's normal. The inflatable hot tub was something special though. Hey Airwolf, good evening. Wait, who has those emotes, May? I need to know. That's really cool. Maybe we should have a 4-panel ship. Nothing special on the back, just some bins, some garbage bins. That's the least exciting deck we've had so far. Oh, and they have a bicycle as well. And they'll have a boat, so that's normal. Look at that, Lorettto in the back. So for everybody who just tuned in, you're still in time. She's still underway. I guess another 20 minutes and she'll be here. The MSC Loretto. Of course there's a bicycle. Yeah, it is a Dutch ship, so makes sense, right? But a lot of these ships have their cars with them on the back of it. Ooh, we got something cool coming out of the canal. Hang on. I think it's another dredge type ship. Has like a conveyor belt on it and everything. It's a no limit. We've seen a no limit before. Definitely a stream regular, this ship. Also, I can't read my chat now. My chat is on the other side, the side that I'm pointing at now. We can say hi to the captain. Hello, captain. God, I would love to sail at one of these inland ships as well for a day or something. That would be so much fun. Maybe one day we'll get it done. We'll get to join an inland ship for a day. So I don't think this is a dredge. This one just has a massive conveyor belt to load and unload itself, I would think. Hang on. The sun is really making it hard to focus. Here we go. Oh, she's going left. She's going towards Vlissingen or Zeebrugge.
That is a cool angle to look at. Also drifting a little bit. Hey Pixie Bella, good evening. There we go. There she is, and she's coming. Oh, we got another one coming out. Jesus. Let's catch this one as well. This one is loaded with some kind of coal, maybe? Black dust? Charcoal? Stormvogel. If I would translate this, it would be stormbird. This one brought their car. See, that's what I mean with they bringing their car with them. Look at that bird ornament on the front. That looks cool. Neat little details. Yeah, maybe some kind of ore. Hard to tell. Wow, the wind is really... After there's another one. Thanks, Dutch fella. I'll turn back in a minute. Alright, because Dutch fella said so, there's another one coming. Well, I don't see it yet. Are we sure? I see ships going in now, which would usually indicate that nothing else is coming out. You think it'd be cheaper they'd buy a cheaper car to put on these ships? I mean, it's their own car. Would you buy a cheaper car just so you can have a boat car or a ship car? Turn is tying up behind the Verona. Oh, okay, yeah. Then we won't be seeing that one. They're done for the day, maybe. All right, meanwhile, our closer of this very beautiful weekend in terms of weather and spotting is approaching. She is quite empty though, I have to say. Like, she can be filled up much higher than this, I think. I would argue that there's at least another 2 or 3 layers of containers that can go on top. Which also explains why she's only 11 meters deep in the water right now. Also, before she is here, I'm gonna give her all the attention, of course, but the Hue is also approaching and it might be here at the same time, actually. So this is a floating shoebox full of Nike shoes. I'm just kidding. This is a vehicles carrier. Oh god, the wind is bad right now. Hey Shakalaka. How long will it take to empty it? They never fully empty it, Pixie. They just load and unload in each port when it needs to be done. But there will always be containers on her. Unless when she goes to dry dock, maybe. So I'm not sure what the capacity of this one is, but this company from Hue Autoliners, they have the biggest vehicle carriers in the world, which can carry up to 9,100 cars. We saw that one, I think it was the end of December last year.
We saw the Heu Borealis, which is one of the biggest. Okay, this one can carry 6,658 cars. Thank you, Akandas, for that. So yeah, 6,000 cars in that ship, potentially. Is that it? That's a lot of cars. And the thing with those, the ships that you just saw, is that they roll on and roll off every vehicle on it. So it's not just cars, right? It can be agricultural vehicles, building vehicles like excavators and all that stuff, trucks, anything that has wheels can basically be on it. Oh, you mean is that the Loretto? No, this is the Loretto Hot Laps. This is the Loretto coming at us. The color of the sunset is amazing. Yeah, it's really glorious. It's golden hour to film and make photos. We are filming a little bit against the sun, unfortunately. I really need to buy one of those like little clamps. That would probably help a little bit. But yeah, there it is. Oh God, I keep getting distracted by smaller boats. We have another tugboat. I know it's a little tug or towboat, but I call it a post stem boat. Look how cute it is. It's so tiny. So these things push barges. So basically there will be barges attached to the front, and then she'll push barges forward. But they're so cute when they're not pushing any barges. They're just like little squares on the water. You gotta go. See you next time, Toast. Thanks for the help, buddy. Boom. It's almost like a painting if you look at her now with the color. Oh God, it's getting so cold. I'm already dreading the cleanup after the stream because I have to take my gloves off to unscrew and unclip and undo everything. It's always so cold. Yes, I know, pink-eyed Cyclops. I think it's on my list, some filters to screw on the camera. I know. You love those, the wheelhouse can raise up? Yeah, that's true. That's true, Mattis. Not all of them, but for most of them the wheelhouse can move. Whoa. Why is there so much wind right now? Holy moly. She looks so tiny from afar though. She'll grow when she gets closer. Top Gun. It's a Top Gun sunset. I'm not gonna sing, I'm sorry. I apologize. The Hue will pass first? Really? Is she going that much faster? Damn it. Hue! Yeah, the Hue will be here first. I just looked. Yeah. Oh my God, that sounds horrible, Hans. That sounds horrible. I hope the mic still works. The mic is actually in my jacket right now. Because it's so cold. So I might sound a bit muffled. He was doing 50 knots. Okay. But we'll do the Hue and then we'll pan into the Lorettto. Now we're looking directly into the wind. You can also see it from the windmill behind in the distance there. It's going well. A bit muffled, but still understandable. Okay, I'm not gonna pull it out then. I'm just too cold. All right. Rolling in the cables, yeah, I can get that. Keep the Hue transporter. Not sure if we had it on the overlay yet, but I'm assuming it's just about 200 meters long and 40 something meters wide. Oh, there it is. Thanks, EG. It's on the way to Bremerhaven in Germany. I was right, 199 meters and only 32 meters wide, actually. Okay. Built in 1999. Wow, that's an oldie right there. She has 26 years this year. Still looks fresh though, for her age. We've seen a lot younger ships that look a lot less fresh. Alright, but now let's switch to a Lorettto. We don't get the biggest ship in the world every single day here. Yeah, it would be nice to have a filter. I think she looks smaller because of the light conditions. Funny enough. Or I'm getting used to the size of these ships. That's the second option. Were all these box-looking things on the Hue? I think those are just like exhaust. No, it's just like panels actually. It's like side panel-ish things. Not sure what it's for, Jacob, a good catch. I may sail on a ship from 1950. Now that's an oldie. I mean, for merchant marine, that's an oldie, 1999. I'm talking about merchant marine ships, not just all ships. Because we've had ships from the 70s here, right? But 1950s, that might take the crown actually for oldest ship on the stream. She's definitely growing though. You can see the wind picking up the water that she's pushing sideways. Oh wow. Oh. The Hue is a smelly one. That is a serious exhaust smell. Whew. That's more Big Daddy, since it's a male name on the ship, Loretto. There's also an MSC Lorettto, which is a smaller one. Looks like she's gonna come straight at us if she doesn't start turning soon. Yeah, Harry, just as you say, we're playing chicken with it. I mean, she's still quite far out, but she keeps coming directly at us. I think she's taking the wide corner because of the car carrier on the right there. Keep in mind, ships have to keep a certain distance from each other. Otherwise, there's like a suction effect between the ships, and they're just like pulled towards each other, and they collide. So you need to give enough room. I do have the high ground, but I do think I would run if she wouldn't start turning at some point. Because this thing would just break through the spear, I think. You would have a very cool clip to go back to, though. Me running, screaming, the ship going directly towards you. Sunset glow on the boats. Oh yeah, you mean on the here? Yeah, look at that. Look how small the Hue looks now compared to the Loretto. It's like a tiny boat, while the Hue is actually already a big ship itself. She's starting to turn now. You can see her sides appearing. Keep saying her, but look at that bridge sticking out all the way to the side. Oh, that is beautiful shots right there. Oh, I love that. I think it's going to Ghent. No, Peter. This one does not fit the locks. The locks towards Ghent. This has to go to Antwerp. There's no other option. I just realized the mass of this girl what the mass is probably. Measures length. Yeah, like flight deck carriers, aircraft carriers are not this big. This thing is bigger. Just a little push. So you got the lock towards Ghent is 36 meters wide, if I'm not mistaken. This thing is 61 meters. And I'd also think the length, it's not 400 meters long. I think the one to Ghent is about 200 and something meters long. There is a new lock though, maybe it fits in that. But the thing is, it would run aground, I think, before it gets into that lock. Oh my God, look at this, look at it turning. Oh, she's so big. Oh, that's glorious. Perfect time to tune in, yes. Perfect time. Yes, she's 399.9. So not 400 meters, but I'm just sneaky saying 400 meters. Oh, she's going so far back now. It's like she went a little bit too wide in the corner. Now she's steering back. There's no way I can get her in one frame though. Sorry, Meaty. Timu orders to come by plane. Sorry to disappoint you, buddy. Like again, the camera does not translate the actual size of this beast. It's crazy. So here's number 4. Let's call this the official ship spotting of the 4 out of 6 of these types of ships. So there's 6 of these in this exact configuration and size. We've seen 4 of them on stream. There's 2 more that we have to catch, just like Pokemon. must take, yeah, they never load and unload everything, of course. In each port, a section gets loaded on and loaded off. If you're new to how these ships work, basically they will do all different ports in Europe, all the major ones like Antwerp, Rotterdam, Hamburg, Southampton, for example. In each of them they will load and unload containers, and then they'll do a long distance trip. This one will most likely go to Asia after Europe, and there it will do the same thing, go to all the major ports in Europe like Singapore, a few in Korea, Japan, China probably. And all of those it will again load and unload, and then it's back to Europe, and that's how it goes back and forth and back and forth. Will the other two ever come? Yes, I'm sure they will. There's no doubt in my mind that we'll see the other two at some point. Like for MSC, Antwerp is one of the major hubs in Europe, so. She's smoking, all right. We might look at that staircase. That shows you, like, this is a staircase, right? On the chimney, if I then zoom out, that staircase becomes miniature. Yeah, indeed, the containers look like little bricks on it. Like, they're not actual, like, full-size containers. Wow, what a sight. Totally worth the wait in the cold here for the past 2.5 hours. Or even more, I think. 3 hours. Beautiful. Is she headed to Antwerp? Yes, she is, Gaza. She is on the way to Antwerp. She came from Hamburg. So one more zoom on that staircase. There's one over there as well. Hey Kybers, but you did tune in at the correct time. Alright, now it's maybe a good time to say, if you're new to the channel, God, I'm getting blown away by the wind. If you're new to the channel and you like the ship spotting or the relaxing vibe that comes with it, don't forget to drop a follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We are also live on YouTube. Oh my God, my tripod just tilted over. Yeah, okay, we got to wrap things up. The wind is picking up even more now. Alright, I'll push a button, see if that works or not. Probably not. Oh, that did work actually. Alright, so thank you all for joining me. Dude, my tripod is gonna topple over. Dual streaming? Hell yeah, Errol. The future. Yeah, thank you all for being here, waiting with me in the cold for this massive behemoth. And I'll be back next weekend on Saturday, not on Friday. Shout out to the mods as well for helping out. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.